Hi there, I'm Jack Canfield, and today I want to do something a little different and fun. I'm going to talk to you about some of my favorite places to travel in the world. To me, success is about having the ability to create the conditions that allow me to do all of the things I love in every area of my life. I've created the staff, colleagues, offices, the infrastructure, the financial resources, and the time I need to pursue my professional interests and make a huge difference in the world. But I've also created the resources and contacts I need to travel comfortably to any place in the world that I want to visit. I think that everybody needs to take a vacation every once in a while because it's important that you take time for some rest, for relaxation and reflection. Now, here are a few of my favorite places to travel to. One of my favorite places is the island of Maui in Hawaii. Every time I get off the plane in Maui, I can instantly feel my body relaxing. There's a special energy on Maui. And the first time I went there was to conduct a self-esteem building seminar for the teachers on Maui. But since then, I've been back over 20 times. 8 times to be a presenter at the Maui Writers Conference in Wailea, and 3 times to host our transformational leadership conferences there. Now, the air is clean, the evenings are balmy, the beaches are beautiful with white sand and blue-green water. I've snorkeled in old volcanic craters in the ocean, watched the sun come up on the top of Haleakala, Maui's volcano, which is 10,000 feet tall. That's almost 2 miles above sea level. And I want to tell you, that was really cold. It actually snows up there sometimes, it's so cold. In Hawaii, if you can believe it. Now I've body surfed, boogie boarded, jumped off cliffs into pools of water on the way to Hana, danced the hula, played the ukulele, watched beautiful sunsets, and most recently conducted several of our luxury retreats for 24 people at a time there. Now for several years, I co-owned an amazing home on the ocean on the Kahana shore. It was truly an amazing home, but we eventually sold it for an offer we couldn't refuse. However, we still conduct retreats in homes we rent on the island. In this coming year, my wife and I have rented a house on the beach in Hawaii for an entire month during May and part of June, just to get away, relax, deepen our relationship, and do some writing. Now, another one of my favorite places is Bali, another tropical island in Indonesia. It takes some time to get there, but it's totally worth it. I've been there 3 times, each time for about a week or 10 days. The weather is great, but more importantly, the people are some of the friendliest, most spiritual, and most artistic people in the world. Everybody, and I mean everybody on the island, has to pick an art to pursue starting very early in life and childhood, whether it's painting, playing a musical instrument, or dancing. I have 3 oil paintings in my house created by the van driver we had during my first trip to Bali, where we again rented a villa on the ocean. Now, Bali is also very environmentally conscious. There's a school there called the Green School, which I'm a patron of, in which everything in the school is made out of bamboo. In fact, they are building $500,000 open-air homes out of bamboo in Bali. They are amazing as well. Now, as you can see, I love going to warm places on the ocean. Another favorite destination of mine is the Caribbean islands. Nevis, St. John, Grand Cayman, Bermuda, Puerto Rico, Jamaica. Last year, my wife and I, we spent a week with her sister and her husband in a house we rented overlooking a beach in St. John. And again, the friendly people, the great restaurants, the crystal clear beaches, the warm water, the fresh air, and beautiful nature and wildlife were so refreshing. Now, just a week ago, I was in a house on the beach which we rented in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, with 5 other couples, all friends of ours. And we made a commitment to get away for a week or more several times a year. So we'll continue doing that with that same group of friends. Now in Europe, my favorite country is Italy. Again, it's the combination of the friendly, laid-back people, the great food, the great weather when we go, because we always go in the right season, the incredible food, plus the history, the architecture, and the art are amazing. My favorite city is Florence. Now, I've been there about 5 times. First as part of my Italian honeymoon, 3 times to conduct our luxury retreats in a villa outside of Florence, and 2 summers ago for the wedding of my stepson who got married in Tuscany, just outside of Florence. Now, you can spend days walking throughout Florence, visiting the art galleries, the churches, the piazzas, the boutiques with their Italian fashions and leather goods, all the while eating magnificent food, drinking extraordinary wines, and eating way too much gelato. Make sure to put Florence on your bucket list and visit it before you die. Now, with all my favorite memories of Florence, Hawaii and Bali are the retreats we have done there and the amazing breakthroughs that people who come from all over the world are able to make in just 4.5 days. People come from China, Japan, Dubai, Germany, France, Finland, Ireland, South Africa, Russia, Australia, Canada, and of course the United States. And after only a few short days, they coalesce into a powerfully committed and supportive community that not only make huge steps forward in their life while in the retreats, but continue to support each other for years afterwards. And then there's Rome, with all of its history, its art, its architecture, and churches. You could literally spend 2 whole days just touring the Vatican and the Vatican Museum. I'm still totally blown away by the Sistine Chapel every time I see it. Now, my favorite places to visit in the US are New York, particularly Brooklyn, because that's where my son Oren, with my 4-year-old grandson Ozzy and his mother Kyoko live. New York, just New York's amazing. It's one of the most energetic places on the planet, with all of its art, its theater, museums, concerts, and all forms of entertainment. It's also a media capital where I get to be on television shows like The Today Show, Fox and Friends, and CNN. It's also where my publishers, HarperCollins, Atria, and Berkeley are located. A really fun experience we had last time we were in New York was going to Italy, a conglomeration of restaurants, bakeries, and food stores that was so much fun. Now, the next time you're in New York, make sure you check it out. I also love Los Angeles, which is about 90 minutes away from Santa Barbara, where I live, for many of the same reasons. The theater, the art, the museums, the diversity of international cuisine, sports like the Los Angeles Lakers, UCLA and USC football, the Summer Olympics, which I attended in 1984 and coming back again in 2028. I lived there for more than 10 years and I love to revisit it. I also love San Francisco, where my middle son, who is a DJ, a hip hop artist, and a music producer lives. It is a great walking city and you never know what you're going to run into. An art festival, a street fair, a dog show in the park, jugglers and mimes along the harbor, street magicians, tons of great restaurants, museums, and more. And finally, San Diego, where my wife grew up, and her sister and all the nieces and nephews and their children live. We go there several times a year for the 4th of July or Thanksgiving or someone's marriage, anniversary, or birthday. Now, we're expecting 2 more babies in the next couple of months in San Diego, so we're really excited to visit them when they get born. San Diego also has a really cool area called the Gaslamp District that is full of great restaurants, bars, and entertainment. Now, here's your homework to complete after watching this video. I want you to think about how you'll be able to take a vacation for you and your family in the future, and what steps will you have to take to get there. So let me know in the comments. I'm curious to see where you want to go and why you want to go there. So thanks for watching, and remember, nothing will change for the better until you do. Now, if you found this video helpful, make sure you like it, share it with a friend who may need it, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. And for some additional resources on personal development, visit my website at JackCanfield.com. Thanks again for watching.